Good afternoon. The first item of business this afternoon is Time for Reflection. Our Time for Reflection leader today is Peter Kelly, the Director of the Poverty Alliance.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for the invitation to address the Parliament today. As many of you will know, one of the main aims of the Poverty Alliance is to raise awareness and improve public understanding about poverty and inequality in Scotland. In doing this, we're often called on to give talks and presentations about the issues. Over the years, we've spoken to thousands of people across Scotland, from school pupils to trade unionists, frontline workers and campaigners, and of course politicians. We're asked to talk about the impact on individuals and communities, or to highlight the root causes of what poverty is. And of course, we're always asked to identify the solutions. In these talks, we often focus on the trends and the statistics. You'll be familiar with many of these: the 200,000 children in Scotland who live in low-income households, the almost 1 million homes affected by fuel poverty, or the 400,000 workers paid less than a living wage. But we know what makes an impact is when we talk about the real lives behind those numbers, the people, not the statistics. People like the young woman I know in Fife. She's a lone parent, sometimes struggling to feed her family or to heat her home. But she's at college now, and in the long term, she'll get her degree and she'll continue to make a contribution to her community. Or the man from Glasgow that we work with, whose life has been scarred by drugs and by crime, who is now clean and in recovery, and he now spends much of his time volunteering and helping others make the journey he has made. There are hundreds, thousands of lives like these in Scotland, ones that confound the expectations we have of poverty, lives that highlight that real change is possible for individuals and that people are more than just passive victims. But these stories also remind us that labels such as skiver, scrounger or cheat just don't fit. Now, when it comes to what we do about poverty, we have choices to make. As our elected representatives, you have more say over those choices than most. You'll rightly debate about how we use our resources and focus our energies. But in those debates, never forget the people behind the statistics. For in treating people living in poverty with dignity, not as merely numbers or problems, as we would expect to be treated, I believe that we increase the chances of finding the lasting solutions to poverty that I know we all seek. Thank you very much.